The iliopsoas is our main or our primary hip flexor. It is attached to the quadriceps and the front line of the body. With a tight iliopsoas, we can affect the muscle deep within our core, the psoas muscle. That in turn can affect lower back, and that has a ripple effect on the rest of the body. I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to release that iliopsoas muscle so that we can plump it up and hydrate the fascial tissue that surrounds it and prevent injury. With tight muscles in the front of the body, because we sit for long periods of time, you're overstretching the back line of the body and shortening the front line of the body, bringing about an imbalance in the front and back, your risk of injury will be greater. So we want to bring that balance back into it, as well as plumping up and hydrating that fascial tissue, because these are muscles that you predominantly use when you're walking, when you're running, and obviously they shorten when you're sitting. So I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to release the fascial tissue and those iliopsoas muscles in the front of the body. So right where the hip bends, just below the hip bone, that's where that iliopsoas is situated. Let's start though by rolling out the front of the legs, because that's also going to help bring us relief into that hip flexor or those hip flexor muscles. Let's roll along the front of the legs. We want to hydrate and plump up that fascial tissue. We want to support and protect the underlying muscles, prevent injury. So you want to work nice and slowly. If you're not feeling much, what you can do is bend the knees and put a little bit more weight into the foam roller. Put the front of the legs into an extended position, so you're getting a bit deeper into that release. Let's now take that hip flexor onto the foam roller. So again, just below the hip bone, you're going to bring the other knee onto the foam roller. You're going to bend that leg that's on the roller, and you're going to come up onto the same hand. So you're just getting into a little bit more of a rotation. You're going to pulse that foot out. If you have a tight iliopsoas muscle, then you may feel a little bit of clicking in that hip. Just releasing, that'll help release the tension in that iliopsoas muscle. Bounce it away from the center of the body. If you can, open up the knee wider than the mat and pulse that foot away. So you're going into an external rotation with the foot and an internal hip rotation. Pulse it out. Okay, you're now going to lie on your shoulder. So the same shoulder as the leg that's on the foam roller. We're going to take the hands together. Take a towel or a cushion, support the head if you need to, if you're overextending the neck too much. We're going to relax that foot that's lifted, and you can breathe in and pulse that arm open. So this is adding a little bit more rotation into the movement. And rotation is great, especially in that lower back when we don't have as much mobility, because we have a thick band of fascial tissue around that lower back called the thoracolumbular junction. We want to just bring about a little bit more movement into that as well. Breathe in, open up, breathe in for about 4 counts, and then slowly exhale, coming back to center. Let's do one more. Breathe in and exhale. Come back up onto the hands and knees, and you'll repeat the same thing to the other side. You're releasing that hip flexor, then you're coming into that rotational move. And that way we can prevent injury and we can get better performance from those muscles.